So, what if I told you there's a four-word phrase that's probably killing your best ideas before they even get off the ground? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on this super common phrase and see how it acts as this huge roadblock to innovation, not just at work, but, well, everywhere.
There it is. That will never work. You've heard it, right? I'm betting you've probably even said it. It just lands with this thud, like a door slamming shut. But what if it's not a statement of fact at all? What if it's actually a trap?
And that's exactly what the source material we're digging into calls it, a trap. It's not some well-reasoned conclusion based on, careful analysis. Nope, it's a mental shortcut, a reflex, and it's one we really need to get better at spotting and, more importantly, avoiding. So the official term for this is reflexive rejection. And I've got to say, I love how blunt the source material is here. It calls this the ultimate form of mental laziness. Just let that sink in for a second. It's not a thoughtful disagreement. It's just a reflex, like pulling your hand from a hot stove. It's this automatic shutdown that happens before any real thinking has even had a chance to begin.
So why? Why do we do this? Why is our knee-jerk reaction so often to just shoot something down instead of talking it through? Well, as we're about to see, our brains are kind of wired to take the easy way out.
Let's be honest, thinking is hard work. I mean, really thinking. Truly considering a new idea, weighing the pros and cons, trying to imagine how it might actually play out, asking good questions, that all takes serious mental energy. But dismissing it? That takes basically zero energy. So according to the source, our brain is just looking for efficiency, and it defaults to this path of least resistance. It feels smart in the moment, but man, it costs us so much in the long run. And this slide just lays it out so perfectly, doesn't it? The two paths you can take. Over on the left, you've got the easy path of dismissal. It's instant rejection, zero effort, and the final result? Stagnation. I mean, history is just littered with the ghosts of great ideas that died right here. Think about it. People saw the first telephone and said, that will never work, we have a perfectly good telegraph. But then, look over on the right. You have what the source calls the agile path. And notice the absolute key difference in that very first step. It's not about accepting the idea, it's about exploring it first. And that simple act of exploration, that's what leads to the real prize, understanding and agility. Okay, so here's the million-dollar question, right? How do we actually consciously choose that second path? How do we train our brains to hit pause, to explore an idea before we rush to judgment? The good news is, this is totally a skill we can learn and build. What's so great about this is how simple it really is. It's a four-step mindset. First, just listen. Actually hear the idea out. Second, and for me, this is the hardest one, just pause. You can literally feel that impulse bubble up, that urge to say, but that won't work. And the trick is to just hold it. Don't say it. Third, get curious. Ask questions. Simple things like, how would that work? Or, what's the problem you're trying to solve with this? And then, only then, after you've actually done the work of exploring, do you get to form an informed opinion. And this, right here, this is the core of it all. This isn't about being blindly optimistic or just agreeing with every single idea that comes your way. Of course not. You absolutely should disagree with bad ideas. But the source draws a really bright line here. Intelligent engagement means you always give an idea the basic respect of exploring it before you decide to reject it. The disagreement comes after you understand, not before. Let's just take a second here and be honest with ourselves. Think about the last week, maybe at work or in a conversation with a friend, when a new, maybe kind of weird idea came up. What was your gut reaction? Did you immediately start thinking of reasons why it wouldn't work? Or did you ask a question? Did you take the easy path or the agile one? And thinking about that actually leads us right into the final and, honestly, the most powerful idea from this source material. It's all about what we gain when we make that conscious choice to explore first. See, the whole point of this isn't about winning every argument or proving you're the smartest person in the room by poking holes in everything. The real prize is building up your own intellectual agility. It's that ability to hold a thought in your head without immediately accepting or rejecting it, to pivot your perspective, to understand things on a much deeper level. That kind of mental flexibility, that's a superpower. So, I want to leave you with this final thought. The next time you feel those words, that will never work, right on the tip of your tongue, try swapping them out for a question. Instead of ending your thought with a period, try ending it with a question mark. Because as we've just seen, the door to real innovation, it isn't opened with a definitive statement, it's unlocked with a curious question.